I received this great question. Do you have any tips on planning/executing for ever-changing plans which are out of your control? Hypothetical example, important doctor appointment dates keep changing, or a child keeps getting sick randomly, but you need to plan ahead for your important project timelines. Yes I do. So I'm a productivity expert. I own a productivity software company and I make these YouTube videos about productivity and organization. And like anyone who's into productivity, I have my own productivity system. And what I hope viewers get out of watching my videos is learning about all of the popular productivity systems out there so you can pick and choose your favorite parts and build your own perfect for you system. And going back in time to when I was building my own system, this exact problem was one of the core problems I was trying to solve for myself. Though I was younger, so it wasn't sick kids and doctor's appointments, I wanted the flexibility to be able to spontaneously accept a lunch invitation or beach day. It was a different era. So the solution I came up with, I called flexible scheduling, and it became the bedrock for my planner app because there aren't a lot of apps that work this way. But I'm not trying to plug my app. What I'm talking about, it's novel for planning apps, but it's actually really common in physical planners, including my own company's Printable Planner launching soon. I'm joking with the plugs. Okay, so what am I talking about? Well, let's start with what you should not do. If you want to be productive and plan your projects and actually achieve your goals, you probably want something more than one big to-do list. You need some scheduling, some deadlines, and those deadlines shouldn't feel arbitrary. More on that in my motivation video and my weekly planning video. So a list isn't structured enough, but a calendar is going to be too structured. It's June right now. It would be pointless for me to schedule tasks I have to do in September on just specific days. Utterly pointless. There is no way I'm going to choose the right day. It's actually worse than pointless. If I know that half the tasks that I put in on September 1st don't really have to be done on September 1st, for one, I can't see how booked I am, and two, I'm less motivated to actually do the tasks that really need to be done on September 1st. The right way is to zoom in and out. When you are looking farther into the future, you should be more zoomed out. When you're executing on today, then you're all the way zoomed in. What does that mean? That means that if your planner has a monthly planning space, use it. Or if it doesn't have one, get a new planner. This would be a good time to plug my company, but I'll refrain, we already did that. So for me, it's June now, and keeping with the example of September, I actually have a lot that I know needs to get done in September. I have a family birthday, school starts, and I also like to plan my Christmas travel then. So now in June, I'm not gonna put those tasks into specific days in September, not even specific weeks. They just go in September. More things are gonna come up between now and then. There's gonna be school meetings and other events. Those can actually go right in the correct date once we have it, because they're fixed. They're not just a task I have to do at some point. And at some point we're gonna pick the date for the birthday party. And once that's set, then I'm gonna have a bunch of tasks that go into the week of the party. And again, that stuff can actually go right into my week planning page because it has to be done that week. And then when September actually gets closer, one day I will plan my month and move all of those tasks out of the monthly planning page and into the different weekly planning pages. I have a pretty good idea of the load I can handle in any given week. So I know between just my normal work and party planning prep that week is gonna be pretty full the week before the party. So nothing that doesn't have to get done that week when I'm planning my month, nothing that doesn't have to get in that week will get put in that week. Same with that first week of school. I'll probably get handed a shopping list out of the blue of things we need to get. And I just kind of like to give my kids a little more attention that week when we're adjusting to a new schedule. So that kind of just leaves the other 2 weeks in September for all of those tasks that just need to be done in September. And when all else is equal, I will choose the earlier time because you never know what's gonna come up, like a kid getting sick from the original question. So you see how this is working. We start with our month, September, and everything that doesn't need a more granular time doesn't get scheduled for a more granular specific time. Anything that just has to be done in September, we leave in September. And, not to get off of what we're doing here, but you could even go one level up and plan your quarter, but I don't want to get into that right now. When it gets closer, things both in and out of our control start firming up, and now we're able to plan around them. So we zoom in one level to the week. And when planning your week, I think it's really important not to schedule yourself 100%. Leave room for something big to come up suddenly, or for a sick day, or even something fun and spontaneous. If none of that happens, you can treat yourself to some self-care, or if you really want, pick a task for next week and get it done early. And that's how, if a doctor's appointment for next Monday gets moved to this Wednesday, you can handle that. The next step, zooming in further, is planning your week and moving those week tasks into specific days. You don't want to be constantly rescheduling and postponing tasks. That's called overhead, and it's also really demotivating. But when something like that changed doctor's appointment happens, you can move a few things out of Wednesday and you can deal with it. So, kind of a long answer, but the question deserved it. How do you plan when scheduled things change out of your control? And I guess if I was gonna try to give a short answer, you don't plan your time to the minute, months, or even weeks in advance. You fill your month as a whole to the capacity that you can handle, but you don't schedule anything with more granularity than it needs. And then when it gets closer, you zoom in a step and break the month's tasks into weeks, zoom in again, break the week's tasks into days, zoom in again, actually plan your day out. This way, you're still planning, you're still scheduling, and getting all of the productivity benefits that come with that, but you're not adding granularity where it's not needed. You are keeping flexibility, because we need flexibility. We all need flexibility. Anyway, I hope I answered your question. It is really nice to hear from subscribers. If you enjoyed this video enough to watch to the end, please consider a like, or just say hello, or ask a question in the comments. I'm going to link on screen some videos I've made summarizing popular productivity systems. So if you'd like, you can watch them and steal your favorite parts for your own system. Yeah, I hope you do that, and I will see you over there.